Bass, obviously the last two games having Nico back must be encouraging, exciting. I mean, what is something like him just being back in that day-to-day grind with you guys, what does that do for him?
Especially a guy like that, it does a ton. Obviously, we lean on him so much on the ice, and missing him, that's a big hole in our lineup that's gone. So, biggest part of him being back is we're just happy he's feeling well, he's feeling better, and when you're not a part of the team, things can get pretty lonely. So we're really excited for him to be on the plane with us.
We talk so much about when a player like, let's say, Jack was out of the lineup, that creativity that he brings. Nico brings a different type of creativity, a different type of play, and I feel like we really can't underestimate what type of a loss that is overall to a team, right?
Yeah, his game is probably every single aspect of his game is underrated. I think he's grown so much as a player, and we know the kind of person he is. And speaking again, on the ice is one thing, but just not having him really around the guys and everything off the ice, again, it's such a hole in our lineup.
And what is he kind of like? I guess that's not the question. More like when you have a captain like that, when he is around, he's not necessarily the most vocal guy, but is it a follow by example? Like, what does that do for a room, just having a presence like that?
It is a follow by example. You're right, he's not the loudest guy in the room. We definitely have louder guys, and on the ice, like in all situations, when you talk on leaning on a guy, whether it's the start of the game, whether it's 5-on-4, whether it's a power play, whether it's 3-on-3 overtime, like there's a guy you look down to the bench, and when he's not there, it makes it a lot harder on us. So not to put too much pressure on him or anything like that coming back, but can't stress enough how excited we are.
What needs to be, the focus here when you have this one game before, Thanksgiving and all that, given the way things ended in the last game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving, but it's not really.
It is not really a break. You're right.
It's not really like Christmas or something. You look on the schedule and you're like, hey, we got to get there. But people like to look in the numbers and stats around Thanksgiving time, and we're in a position now where we're one day at a time, and we go to Detroit and we try and get 2 points there, and then it's a really quick regroup, and then we play at 3:00 on Friday. So. Yeah, not a whole lot.
You know how sometimes we talk about that, we just mentioned it there, like the Thanksgiving, right? And like people look at the standings, but do you ever think about that? Like, does that play into the athlete's perspective of how a season is going?
Maybe. Me, not so much personally. I'm not a huge standings guy. You can really feel how your team's doing, and sometimes. Obviously, it's such a result-oriented business, but the main thing is that you're growing as a group and finding ways to continue to get better and play better. So sometimes you play well and you don't really get the result, but sometimes you don't play that well and you win. So the main thing is trying to find ways to get points in different ways, and personally and as a group, just growing through the year.
So obviously, must be so great just 2 days in a row, have him back, being in the locker room, just that we underestimate how important it is to just have someone like that around on the day-to-day grind, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, Nico is obviously such a big part of the team and the organization, and as a friend for me too. So obviously seeing him out there and practicing with us and being around us is awesome and brings a smile on your face.
I know in this room he's not underestimated for who he is both on and off the ice, but do you think sometimes he doesn't get enough credit outside for how vital and important he is in both those aspects?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he does so much for the team, and just for me personally to see how he's been growing the last couple of years and becoming the person and the leader that he is both on and off the ice is obviously super important for us. And even if we obviously try to win every single game now without him, and we're trying to be the best version of ourselves and making it work, it's obviously a big part missing, and it's that kind of leadership and just the kind of person in the room and on the ice that he is that we're obviously missing, and having him back on the ice with us is great.
You said yesterday, I could ask you again today about Nico, just how he's doing, but I have to imagine encouraging, given what he's been through, to have 2 days in a row here with you guys.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he needs is practice time. So, great to see him out there. See how how we keep progressing.
Is it a hope that he'll go to Detroit, or you just haven't really?
He will come with us to practice. He won't be playing.
And how important is that he does get that, another rep even though you guys are away, right? That he's staying with you guys even though he won't play?
Well, just, back in the routine. Like any normal player that, when you're coming back, you travel, you get ready, and you just take it, day by day.
Good. Is it possible that you're going to go 11-7 tomorrow, or is that?
We've discussed. It's always a possibility. I think I said, I thought I fatigued our group. When you lose another guy and you're down to 10 forwards, I saw some fatigue in our game, and I hate to have that happen again.
Lindy, when you look at the 6-on-5 play when you pulled the goalie, do you think it's been a lack of execution, or do you think it's been unlucky, or has it been a mixture of both so far?
Yeah, it's been a mixture of both, really. You look at, I thought there should have been a penalty, 6-on-5, when they dumped our guy going into the corner. We had a really good look we didn't finish on. I don't know if the puck jumped over Luke's stick at the blue line, or you would say that's unlucky or poor execution, but it's hard to tell exactly what happened. You break down every one individually, and if one guy gets on the wrong side of the puck on 6-on-5, you give up an empty net goal. And I think the one thing we want to be is a little bit better at sustaining quality time and getting opportunities, and I don't think we've been quite good enough on that.